Welcome back. Molecular biologist and medical lab specialist at Kuwait Medical Genetics Center, K.M.G.C. 7 years of study, higher education in bioinformatics and medical biotechnology. Over 10 years of experience in molecular biology laboratories at the Kuwait Medical Genetics Center, K.M.G.C. Let's all welcome Dr. Dalal Almehatab, molecular biologist and medical lab specialist. It's really a pleasure to have you, Dr. Dalal.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you so much.
And it's really our honor in Good Morning Kuwait. So let's start, our questions. First of all, it's good to see the genetic map. Definitely it made a huge,
amazing, right?
Break. So, Dr. Dalal, when was the Kuwait Medical Genetics Center, K.M.G.C, established, and what is its primary mission?
So, Kuwait Medical Genetics Center, or K.M.G.C, it was established on 1979, and the main mission is for diagnosing genetic, genetic, and also for evaluating genetic health in Kuwait, and of course for evaluating how common genetic disorders are in Kuwait, and to provide, of course, counseling and support for families who who has a family history of genetic disorders.
So, what are the main laboratories at Kuwait Medical Genetics Center and their tasks?
Oh, interesting. So I'm going to start with the oldest one. So cytogenetic, this is the oldest lab. That's all the labs built on the cytogenetic. So it's basically focused on the abnormality on a level of chromosomes and how the chromosomes are, the morphology of the chromosome, and all the abnormality that related to genetic disorder. Of course, we have an NGS, one of the high throughput analysis techniques to read or to analyze the DNA. We have also molecular lab, and we have I think it's a fish lab. Fish lab also same just to test the abnormality on chromosomes. It's the fluorescence probe to detect the abnormality on a level of chromosome. We have a newborn screening for screening more than 22 endocrine and metabolic disorders. Of course, in order to reduce or just early diagnose the phenotype of many genetic disorders.
That's really amazing.
Yeah.
And how does the molecular lab support the diagnosis of genetic diseases?
So I'm a part of molecular lab. So basically, molecular lab focus on the DNA and the mutation on the DNA. Just allow me to describe what is a DNA exactly.
Okay.
Basically, DNA, it's the cell language, how the cell describes itself. And everyone needs a language to describe and to express themselves. So these cells have a common language, what we call it a cell, or what we call it a DNA. DNA, it's basically, when you learn what is a DNA exactly, it's like learning a new language. You go basic to the letter and then form this letter to be a full word, and then different word, assemble them together to have a full meaningful sentence. This is exactly what's happening in a DNA. We have a letter, which is what we have it in a DNA, only 4 letters, A, T, G, and C, subhanallah. These 4 letters form a code, something we call it a codon. What is it? What's the full word? And different codon assemble them together to have a full, meaningful, not sentence in this way. No, we have a functionally full protein. So back to your question, molecular lab focus on the sequence level. So if we have a mutation in a sequence level, we're going to have a different letter, will give a different codon, and then a different meaning of protein.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is where the problem comes.
Yes, exactly. Not all the way will give a pathogenic change. Sometimes it's give a benign change. So this is the main function of molecular lab, to detect the letter level.
And you're also involved in those checks, medical checkups before getting married.
Yes, of course, we do have it. Yes, for Kuwaitis and non-Kuwaitis.
Okay, so What are some common methods used in genetic testing to identify at-risk individuals?
Oh, interesting. This is a very good question because we have so many techniques or methods to detect the change in the chromosome in the DNA. We have something we call it a karyotyping. It's basically for see the abnormality on chromosomes. It's stained level. So we
how long it takes? That abnormality, for example,
to give the result.
To give the result,
for the chromosome level.
Yeah, for example, for that procedure.
For karyotyping, it's like 3 to 4 days maximum. Yes.
Okay.
We have something we call it a PCR or polymerase chain reaction. It's basically for amplifying a segment of a DNA to easily analyze it and detect it. What else? We have a fluorescence. What is the fluorescence in situ hybridization? It's to detect a segment of DNA on chromosome level to see whether we have it a full and a correct one. And so many other technologies we have it.
So these technologies and procedures, usually they take average, let's talk, 3 to 4 days to get the results?
No, of course not. For the karyotyping, this is the basic technique to take 3 to 4 days for analysis. But we have like maybe one of the tests take like 6 months.
Oh, 6 months.
Yeah, from the detection until the analysis, because it's a long procedure.
So let's move on, Dr. Dalal. Sure. It's an accurate, sufficient lab center. Tell us about the regular maintenance for it.
Of course, because it's an accurate one, so we have a regular maintenance on the instrument. We call it as a calibration for the instrument. To have a good and accurate.
Tests and results.
Of course, we have every single step. We do something we call it a checkup, to check every step and check how the step is give a correct answer or a good result. All the standards all align to international systems for to have a good result and accurate one.
Although this question is out of the context.
Sure.
I just want to know, although this technology and the science advanced, but yet we still have, defected children, births, and I don't know, why is that, you think?
Yep, there is so many factors on this, actually, environment involved in this. Also, a consanguinity marriage is, of course, the main, this is the main reason. And the time of pregnancy, it's very critical to mom. So
there's a lot of factors.
Sure, there is too many factors. Yes.
If I want to, let's say, cut all the chances, or let's say half of the chances.
Yeah.
Cousins marriage.
Yeah.
I mean, do you support that?
Actually, I'm not against completely.
Yeah.
And I'm not supporting completely.
Okay.
It is yes and no. It is not haram.
No, absolutely. Yeah. But what I'm saying,
but it is super risky.
Yeah, it's very risky.
Yeah, super risky. It's if you have a 2 level of generation.
Yeah.
We have something we call it a pedigree. When we have a 2 complicated pedigree, and if the first cousin married the second first cousin, this is super risky.
Oh.
Yeah, it is. You're gonna expose to genetic disorders, and you're gonna have a novel mutation that it's never been reported internationally.
Because honestly, when we see the families, we are, in Kuwait, we know. Everybody knows everybody, okay? And when we see these families, and known families, you see a lot of unfortunate, defects and mutations and, sickness and diseases because a cousin taking a cousin marriage.
Yes,
and that's okay. When I see this as a, let's say, father or mother, I should, really stop that a little bit,
Yeah, you have to reduce it, yes. You have to at least minimize the number. But it's not the only reason, cousin. And I came from a cousin. So
yeah, I know. No, we all, unfortunately.
My father, mother, they are
what I'm saying, if somebody gets married out, let's say, a race, or maybe, let's say, you know, but he's stranger, total stranger. This is very healthier, they say. Is that true? It's very healthy for the kids. They become more smarter, they become more beautiful.
Could be one of the reasons, but subhanallah, DNA, it's a very amazing molecule, can repair itself, but we have a high risk if we got a first cousin or even the double cousin. If you go far, yes, you're gonna minimize the risk, but it's not always this is the idea, because they have so many factors, as I mentioned.
So, but let's say 60–70% you are away from.
Yes. Yeah.
Anyway, that's it, Dr. Dalal Almehatab. Thank you very much for showing up in Good Morning Kuwait. Dear viewers, that was Dr. Dalal Abdulaziz Almehatab, molecular biologist and medical lab specialist. We'll go for a break. Please stay tuned and don't go away. We'll be back.